We may find ourselves not progressing in life and staying stagnant, not moving forward and achieving what we truly want in life. We are continuing our same daily lives and see other people living a life that we want to be living. A really important step in the process of achieving more in our lives is goal setting. The majority of the population don't even set goals, and an even smaller percent actually stick with them. So many people decide on January 1st that they're going to change and be a better version of themselves. They say stuff like, I'm going to start going to the gym, or I'm going to start eating healthier, or other examples like that, but far too often they end up failing and they don't end up sticking through with them. It could be that they aren't ready to set that goal yet, but this one date that everyone decides that they're going to change and set goals on happens, so they think that they have to set a goal too, but they aren't ready for change yet. Or they're making goals that aren't specific enough, or it could be overconfidence and setting too big of a goal and end up losing motivation because it's too hard. These are only a couple examples, but there are several other reasons why someone might not end up sticking through with their New Year's resolutions or just goals in general. Developing and setting goals that you're going to stick with and achieve is that fine area that you want to be in. You want to create goals that you're going to take action upon and that you're actually going to stick with. The first basic principle in goal setting that you will often hear of is the SMART acronym. There are several different variations to it, but what I usually go by is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. For example, a goal of going to the gym doesn't exactly meet the requirements of the SMART acronym. Whereas if you set a goal of losing 10 pounds in 2 months, but you would want to use the date, so say for example, July 5th, you would want to lose 10 pounds, that would meet the requirements. This is a good starting point to help get you on the right path for goal setting, but it goes a lot deeper than that.
That's what she said.
You want to establish your why for doing these goals and wanting to go out and achieve them. This is where a lot of your motivation will come from. If you don't have a powerful why, you may just end up quitting and not persevering and achieving your goals. Why do you want to exercise? Why do you want to make more money? Why do you want to start your own business? These are questions that you want to ask yourself and answer. You need to set the right goals for you. If you set the wrong goal, you will end up losing motivation. Don't set a goal because it's someone else's, but set a goal because it's what you truly want. Figure out your why, because this is your burning passion that will help keep you going when times get tough. When you set your goals, there are a couple different ways that you can go about it. Going off of this SMART acronym, you want to make your goals realistic. There are a few different benefits with going with this approach. Having a goal that's realistic gives you more motivation that you're getting closer to your goal and that you're actually able to achieve it. Whereas you could set a goal that's way too unrealistic, and when you do this could lead to you giving up easier just because it seems like it's so much farther away and it's not possible. But if you do set a goal that's unrealistic and you do end up sticking through with it, the benefit to that is that you may end up pushing yourself harder to achieve that goal, and you may end up be further than if you set your goal a lot lower. For example, if you set a goal for increasing your income to $100,000 and let's say that you barely hit it, you're going to feel good about yourself because you hit the goal. On the other hand, let's say you aimed high and you ended up sticking through with it and you set a goal of increasing your income to $1 million instead of $100,000. This may have pushed you more, and then maybe you say you got $300,000 instead of the $100,000. That's the main benefit to aiming high, but it could lead to a lot of discouragement due to an unrealistic goal. You don't want to set the bar too low, as you may be able to get a better payoff if you aim higher. In my opinion, it may just depend on you and your personality. If you're someone that likes to be pushed and will strive for more and not quit, then aiming high might be the better option. Whereas if you see an unrealistic goal and that it may never happen because it just seems so impossible, then setting a realistic goal may be the best option for you. Now, when you're planning your goals, you want to be sure to write them out. People who write their goals out are more likely to achieve their goals in comparison to those people that don't. For me, I like to write my goals out in 2 different spots. My first spot is on my whiteboard that I see on a daily basis to be reminded of my goals, and the second spot is in my journal. You can write them out in as many places as you want, or it could just be one place, but you want to make sure at least one place is visible to you on a daily basis to be reminded of your goals and what you're achieving every day. Just writing your goals out isn't enough though. You want to be sure that you come back on a consistent basis to reevaluate your goals and see if you are on the right track. You can do monthly or quarterly reviews for you to come back and look at your goals. But for me, I found that monthly works, where you can come back and reevaluate each month and see how you did on the previous month. When you come back to revisit your goals on a monthly or quarterly basis, whichever you choose, you want to be sure to rewrite them out to drill them in your mind. Also, you want to do a review on your past month or quarter on what you did well, what you could improve on, and your progress there, and also readjusting any goals that need to be readjusted. The more that you do this will help keep you on the right track and give you that mindset of what you need to do. I've had many times where I've written out goals and have never looked at them again. You have to make sure that you keep revisiting your goals to ensure you're on the right track and that you're aligned with your goals. If you're keeping on track and getting yourself closer to achieving your goals, rewarding yourself is a great system to keep you motivated on moving forward and working harder. All of this is great, but it's only a start and a small aspect. The next big step is actually taking action. You have to be willing to put in the effort to achieve your goals. Just writing them down isn't going to get you there and achieve your goals. There are lots of people that will tell you what they're going to do, but rarely ever do it. Going back to New Year's resolutions, so many people will say that they're going to do or start something, but they rarely ever do it, or they end up quitting too soon. One thing that I kind of prefer for myself, instead of telling people my goals or what I'm going to do, I prefer to show them what I'm going to do. You don't really want to be that someone that tells everyone what you're going to do, just show them what you're going to do. There's this quote that I really like: work hard in silence and let success be your noise. People will notice your efforts when you've gone out and improved yourself. With people, it's beneficial to tell a few friends though. Accountability partners are great for pushing each other and holding each other accountable. You can have weekly or monthly meetings with your accountability partner, or if it's a group, to check in on everyone and make sure everyone's on top of their goals. When you're deciding on what your goals should be, it may be beneficial to have long-term and short-term goals. You can start it with long-term goals and reverse engineer it from there. With a 5 to 10 year goal, you can go backwards from there and figuring out what you need to do to get there and formulating those into shorter term goals. Keep shrinking your goals down from there to a 1 year goal, to a 6 month goal, to a 1 month goal, to what you need to be doing on a weekly and a daily basis. Say you have a goal of getting to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube in 1 year, and then you want to start breaking it down from there on what you need to do to get there. Your goals most likely aren't going to come to fruition overnight, and if they are, that means that you most likely aren't setting big enough goals. Understand that this is a long process and will take a lot of time and effort. You want to make sure that you're sticking with them and not giving up. Focus on starting small and build on that, and expand and strive for bigger, audacious goals. If you find yourself burning out, it's okay to take breaks, but you want to make sure that you aren't extending your breaks too long and getting outside of your groove. Your breaks should only be 1 to 2 days max, and then getting back to your goals. At times, struggle will arise, and it could be the cause of burnout, and a break could be the perfect cure. So when you're choosing your goals, the most important aspect is deciding what your why is. This is what's going to keep you going and chasing your goals. Find your why and remember it when times get tough and you're being tested, and when you're formulating your goals. Then you want to know what your goal is, and once you establish that, you're going to be able to go through and decide how you're going to get there. The most important aspect to remember is action. Without action, you aren't going to get anywhere, and you aren't going to be able to achieve your goals. People without goals are not as successful as they hope to be, so be sure to set goals that are aligned with your values and take action upon them. Let me know in the comments below some of your goals. I'm always excited to hear what you're working towards, and as always, thanks for watching, and let's level up.